Hi, it's Michelle, and today we're talking all about leadership. Let me guess, you're working hard as a leader, but somehow you still feel stuck. Your team isn't responding the way you expected. Your to-do list is never ending, and no matter what you do, you're not getting ahead. Sound familiar? Then you might be making one or more of these 5 leadership mistakes that are secretly keeping you stuck. Let's break them down so you can fix them fast. Mistake number 1, doing everything yourself. All right, mistake number 1. And this one is a biggie. Trying to do everything yourself. Now tell me if this sounds familiar. You've got a project to complete. You know your team should be handling parts of it, but instead of delegating, you think, it's faster if I just do it myself. And suddenly you're drowning in tasks that shouldn't even be on your plate. Here's the thing. If you're doing everything, your team is learning nothing. When you don't delegate, not only are you overworking yourself, but you're also robbing your team of opportunities to grow. It's like trying to win a relay race without ever passing the baton. That's not leadership. That's an express ticket to burnout. Here's how to fix it. Trust your team. Delegate tasks with clear instructions. Will it take longer at first? Maybe, but in the long run, you'll build a stronger team and free yourself up for the work that actually matters. Mistake number 2, trying to be everyone's friend. Listen, we all want to be liked. No one wakes up and thinks, you know what? I'd love to be the villain at work today. But when you step into leadership, there's a dangerous trap, trying to be everyone's friend. And I get it. You want your team to like you. You want a positive work environment. But if you focus too much on being liked, you're going to struggle to be respected. Because here's what happens. You start avoiding difficult decisions. You let bad behavior slide because you don't want to upset anyone. And before you know it, you're not leading. You're just hoping everyone plays nice. But leadership isn't a popularity contest. The best leaders aren't necessarily liked all the time, but they are respected. That means setting clear expectations, holding people accountable, and making decisions based on what's best for the team, not what's easiest in the moment. Mistake number 3, avoiding tough conversations. All right, mistake number 3. And this one is a silent killer, avoiding tough conversations. Raise your hand if you've ever seen a workplace issue and thought, maybe if I ignore it, it'll just go away on its own. Yeah, it won't. Ever. It's like ignoring a weird noise in your car. It's only going to get worse until something breaks. Avoiding difficult conversations doesn't solve problems, it multiplies them. Small issues snowball into big problems, and before you know it, you're dealing with resentment, miscommunication, and a team that's totally off track. So how do we fix this? Get comfortable with uncomfortable conversations. Address problems early and directly, but with a solution-focused mindset. Tough conversations are never fun, but great leaders have them anyway. If you're getting value from these tips, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Mistake number 4, thinking leadership equals bossing people around. All right, let's talk about one of the biggest misconceptions about leadership. Thinking that leadership means just telling people what to do. Nope. That's called being bossy, not being a leader. No one follows a leader just because they have a title. People follow leaders they respect and trust, leaders who inspire, not command. If you think you can just bark orders and expect results, you're in for a rude awakening. Leadership isn't about control. It's all about influence. So how do we fix this? Lead by example. Communicate the why. Create buy-in. Because when your team wants to follow you, not just because they have to, that's when real leadership happens. Mistake number 5, putting yourself last. Final mistake, and this one might surprise you, putting yourself last. I know. Leaders are supposed to be selfless, right? Put the team first, always be available, work harder than everyone else. But here's the problem. A burned out leader can't build a thriving team, period. If you're exhausted, overwhelmed, and running on fumes, you're not leading, you're just surviving. So to fix this, take care of yourself first, mentally, physically, and emotionally, so you can lead effectively. Protect your time, set boundaries, and don't be afraid to take breaks. The better you feel, the better you'll lead. All right, quick recap. The 5 leadership mistakes that keep you stuck are: number 1, doing everything yourself. Number 2, trying to be everyone's friend. Number 3, avoiding tough conversations. Number 4, thinking leadership equals bossing people around. And number 5, putting yourself last. So now I want to hear from you. What's been your biggest leadership struggle? Drop a comment below. I'll see you in the next video.